Okay, today's training class is very simple. It may be just 30 minutes. I'm talking about the listing sequence, how to do listing. I think for listing, most difficult part, how to get a listing. We will have a very long training class for that. Today, I assume you already got a listing. Somebody asked you to list his house, and then what do you need to do? Okay. If you have any question, just let me just ask for remote dial-in. Please use chat to raise your question. So the listing procedure. Right now we are looking at actually it's like a flyer we have. Normally we use this flyer to present to a seller. So what can we do for them? Okay, listing procedure. First one, if he decide to, if the seller want you to do listing, first of all, you need to ask them to sign the listing agreement. If without the listing agreement, we cannot do anything about his house. It's illegal, basically. Okay, so I have a sample listing agreement here. This is a listing agreement. Actually, it's myself. That's why there's no private issue. Okay, so basically here you need to put, of course, the seller name and the company's normal. Here is very important, beginning date and ending date. If you remember when you study for the license, a listing agreement without ending time is illegal. Basically, it's cheating. Hook the seller up, they can never get out. Okay. Yeah. So you must specify the date, okay? Especially the ending date.
How many months?
How many months? Yeah. Casey asked how many months we should put. This is like a convention. Normally we put like 3 months or 6 months, depending on the seller agree or not.
How about 9 months? No.
It's all 9 months also possible. Oh, yeah. Okay. As long as you put, I think never put like over 1 year.
That's
yeah.
too long.
Normally we put 3 months or 6 months. Okay.
What is the at least?
At least 1 month. Otherwise you cannot sell. 1 month you cannot sell, right?
Yeah. It's too short.
Yeah. So normally we either put 3 months or 6 months. Yeah. And the property address. Okay. And then now it come out the very important part, the listing price. The listing price, normally we need to do a lot of study about basically we call CMA, comparative market analysis, to give a seller an idea how much money we should listing. Okay, the CMA has very detail about how to CMA. Yeah, we will have a class to talk about the CMA. Usually, don't list too high. If list too high, we cannot sell. This basically waste our time and money. So this is a lesson I learned. Sometimes maybe you have to reject the listing because if the seller want very high listing price, we spend a lot of money, actually time and money, and then we cannot reach that price. This actually really waste our time. Normally we are very busy, right?
But can we do counter offer like?
But
high price and then
we need to study the price. We ask the seller what is his the expectation. Yeah. Okay, yeah. If the expectation is not realistic, we should reject this listing.
But you think how high they can? For example, if you study 350, and then how high he can go? If he
Casey asked if we start at 350. Basically, this really depends on we study the market, see other transaction. This is difficult to tell. Yeah. My point is don't always take a listing because some listing actually can hurt us. Yeah. Not like some buyer also can hurt us, right? Some buyer we show them property 1 year they don't buy, waste a lot of time and money also, right? Okay, so be careful about listing price. Okay, listing term, normally if no special one, some special thing you can list here. Okay, that's another important thing. So number 3, compensation to broker. How much money need to here? Normally we put in Bay Area, there's some convention. One is 6% total. This is total, okay? This is not a give us only. This is total. So normally it's a 6% and 4%. Some area, like very luxury area, some American people, they allow us to have 6%. If 6%, you are the listing agent and the buyer's agent, each one gets 3%. But right now, a lot of place in Bay Area is 4%. 4% normally split as 1.5% give to listing agent, 2.5 give to selling agent or buyer's agent. Okay, so here is a total commission. If the seller actually negotiated with you badly, right? My suggestion is at least we need to keep 1%. You know, this commission also depend on the price of the property.
Yeah.
If the property is already just $500,000, you should just stick on, I think, at least 1.5. If $500,000, if over 1 million, maybe you can take just 1% is okay.
Yeah.
But we should at least convince our client we'd better give 2.5% to buyer's agent, because if we give them less, many agents not work very hard. This is a very small difference, the 0.5. So normally we can sacrifice ourselves, and then we still give buyer's agent the 2.5%. Okay. So let me go to, okay. This one also very important. I remember there's another place. Basically, this listing agreement, you can put, maybe it's two. You can put even after cancel within 1 month, if some transaction happen, still belong to us. This is to protect the listing agent. For example, if we found if there's a buyer come out, and then the seller just want to pay less commission, he said, okay, I stop work with you, okay? And then immediately get another person agent to pay him less because he do nothing, he just get do the paperwork. Okay, so we can specify within 1 month still belong to us. Okay, this is protect the listing agent.
This period is 1 month.
After
you can specify.
And the listing.
After ended the listing period, still have 1 month protection.
I see.
You can specify.
Okay.
I think here.
Can we put 2 months? Okay,
you see
just
here.
1 month.
Yeah, you can. You put 2 months. If you read here, if within calendar days after the end of the listing period, or you see, we are still protected here. Okay.
Okay.
But normally, my suggestion is, normally we should, unless this seller is, really very bad, not very, good. Otherwise, if the listing seller doesn't want to work with us, we just stop. Yeah.
Okay.
Then you just have this experience.
Oh, yeah, how they have a good seller, huh?
Yeah, we just met a seller.
Tough, yeah.
Very tough.
It's okay. He won high price.
We just met a seller. Actually, she mentioned previous agent. She want to stop, and then she just the seller listing agent just doesn't want to stop. Yeah. Okay. And then here this is you don't need to fill anything here. So here number D. Seller has been advised to basically pay the seller the buyer's agent how much. You also specify here. Yeah. Okay. So here, normally we put 2.5%. Okay. And the other thing is very standard. I won't talk one by one. Let me see anything else.
And this listing agreement you have to provide to Escrow, right?
Yeah, listing agreement. So the escrow know how much money they will give you when the escrow close. Okay, I think the other part is very standard. Only the first, the price, the commission to total commission, and the commission to list the selling agent or buyer's agent. We need to specify. Okay. So any question about this listing agreement? No?
Where can you get this form?
Oh,
Zip
this
form?
car form, PRDS all have this form.
Oh.
Yeah, the car form. Okay. Okay. After this listing agreement, let me continue. Okay. So we need to sign this agreement. Okay. And then we can order post, the post, basically that big sign to put in front of the house, right? And then we need to open escrow. Why we need to open escrow? Because all the document need some place to store, and also escrow common officer can help us to order a lot of documents. So we need to open escrow. Now, right now we mainly use Fidelity National Title in Cupertino. And if you have any preference, you can just open with that escrow. Okay.
No, but I like Tree. She's fast.
Tree. Yeah, Tree is
she's
very good. Yeah.
When I call her, she's there. She pick up the phone.
Yeah. I even
escrow.
have her cell phone number. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. After open escrow, we need to actually. I'm sorry. This flyer, I just asked Jane to update. I missed some part. We need to if the property has a HOA, we need to order HOA immediately because the HOA take time. HOA document. Yeah, HOA document we cannot use just get from the seller the old copy because HOA they have a lot of meeting. Every quarterly meeting update their financial, so we need to officially order from escrow to get the latest HOA.
So you called the office, HOA office to order?
No, the escrow office will help us.
Also,
Like a tree.
Oh,
She can. You just
she
tell.
will do that.
Yes, just tell the escrow office we need to order HOA, so
okay.
she will order HOA. Okay, and also，
这个 HOA 除了那个需要每个月需要交 HOA 交多少钱之外，还有其他的这个 document 需要。
Yeah, 春光 asked about the HOA has any other than the HOA deal, any other document. Of course, there's a lot of rule. HOA has a lot of, for example, rental control, CCNR. Yeah, that all you need to know, buyer need to know. Yeah, HOA document, HOA not only the money, very thick document. HOA, yeah. Okay, so we need to order HOA, and also we will advise the seller to order inspection. Okay, especially in this market. So previously, a lot of seller don't order inspection. They just let the buyer to order inspection. But this market very hot, so we should ask the seller to order inspection so we can get a complete disclosure package. Complete the disclosure package need the inspection report, at least a property inspection report. Okay, maybe you can think about the termite, at least a property inspection. The reason is if we don't have inspections, okay, some law actually request even the buyer remove contingency. They still can back off because they can claim we didn't disclose the property.
But if we sell at east, then no problem.
No.
So what?
Casey asked if we sell as is, do we need the inspection? The answer is yes, we still need the inspection report if we want to take a no contingency offer. The reason is even though we sell as is means we seller doesn't need to pay any money to repair anything, but he still need to disclose the property.
Oh,
Let you know the defect of the property.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's the reason in this market we always should ask advise the seller to do inspection so we can take a no contingency offer.
But who pay for the inspection?
Seller pay the seller pay the inspection
What
price.
termite report?
Termite, yeah. Normally about $500.
If he has it with the previous agent, that he can use that one too, or have to order new one.
I think the inspection report normally has a valid time is about 3 months.
Only 3 months?
Yeah, only 3 months valid inspection report. Okay, and then after we actually not after, in the meantime we wait for HOA document and we order inspection. This take time,
Yeah.
and then we can get this seller to fill a lot of disclosure file. One is called TDS, and another one called seller's questionnaire. Basically, this TDS and questionnaire is talk about seller to tell the buyer what kind of property, what kind of problem, for example, noise or what kind of utility it has. Yeah. I have example of this sample. Seller's TDS. TDS means transfer. Let me see. Sample. Questionnaire sample. This is a sample of seller's property questionnaire. So seller need to fill all this form to tell what kind of thing he know. Normally, this form, if the seller put a no, he or she need to explain here. Okay, if yes, just pass.
But something they don't know then.
If they don't know, they can just put
no.
They can just put the NA maybe. They don't know. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Let me see. I think I put another TDS form. I couldn't find. Okay. I couldn't find that TDS sample. Exclusive sample purchase. Okay, so I will continue. These two forms, both from the from CAR or PRDS. Actually, there's a lot of other forms like American's Law, this kind of this standard disclosure. We'd better ask a seller to sign all those disclosure, okay? And then, when you get this listing, normally you need to go to that property to inspect that property, right? So we should give some upgrade, remodel, clean up, this kind of, we give the suggestion, we need to start to do this if the property needs to upgrade or remodel or clean up. Okay, so we need to clean up the property. But this is clean up the yard. And then touch up, just a small thing. We get some contract to touch up the wall, the socket loose, this kind of thing.
Either just recommend the custom upgrade, remodel, and clean yard, right?
Sorry, what's your question?
I think that normally, remodel and clean up, that is the seller's
responsibility.
Yeah.
That's a very expensive. Yeah. Chunguang asked, well, who will pay for this upgrade remodel? Of course, the seller. We cannot make enough money to do this. Yeah. Okay. And touch up for the house, a very small thing. And then cleaning. Cleaning, basically, every property, before we sell, we need to clean. Okay. Maybe remodeling and upgrade doesn't need, because some new property, we don't need this. Okay. Cleaning, we must provide. Okay. We can get some contract to do cleaning. And then, okay, staging.
Who pay for staging? Jeff?
Okay, that's a very good question. Cassie asked who pay for staging. First, I need to specify, I need to emphasize, staging usually is after cleaning, okay? Because otherwise the staging company will not be happy. Yeah. They don't want to put their furniture in a dirty house. Okay, so you need to clean first and then do staging. Usually we should ask a seller to pay staging.
Seller?
Yeah, staging price is about 2,000 to 3,000, depending on how many bedroom you want them to staging. Okay.
And the cleaning, who pay the cleaning cost?
Cleaning you can negotiate. Normally, for my case, I always pay cleaning for them.
We pay.
I pay them. It's not a big money. It's like $300. But one lesson I learned is we should let seller to pay first, and then we compensate. Otherwise, if they cancel, cannot sell, we end up lose money. So we can say you pay first, and then we will compensate you. Okay.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Staging. Another thing for staging is if the property has the seller live inside, so normally they don't need to have a full staging because there's a furniture inside. we can just use some small thing
Accessory.
to decorate the property.
But do
I
they
have a lot
want
of
to
this.
pay for that, or
That normally we don't charge
but
them. Yeah.
if they break our stuff,
Oh, no,
or they
that,
steal or something,
I
and
think
what happened?
that kind of thing normally we cannot charge the seller because of whose responsibility. Sometimes is those potential buyer, maybe they damaged, don't know who damaged. Yeah. But anyway, Cassie asked if all stuff damaged, who should pay? Normally, I just take the loss.
Yeah.
Okay. If the property has a tenant live inside, also normally we don't do a full staging.
Yeah.
We can provide a free, decoration service. Okay, this staging. After the staging finish, we need to get somebody to do the photos. Okay, the photo normally I get some photographer to do the photo.
How much they charge you?
They can charge between 100 to 200. Somebody 300. Yeah.
So can we take a photo by ourselves?
Yeah, we can take a photo by ourselves, but depend on your
camera.
skill. But
I just need to know what the angle can we shoot. Make the picture.
My suggestion is still leave the professional people to do the photo. Otherwise, the picture looks not nice. Okay.
Okay.
After we got the photo, we need to design and print the flyer. We have some vendor we can use. And if the simple one, we can just let our office have some template. We can just put in the photo. Okay. Of course, for the flyer, you need to spend the time to fill in those features. This property's features, this take time. So we need to, think about that earlier, not to this stage. Okay. The wording, this kind of thing.
And then how can you know the wording you put on the purchase offer? Like the description of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Where can you take that information?
Oh, you can when you listing, you can get a lot of information already.
From where?
Either from seller or from the title report.
Oh, title report,
Yeah.
And we put on the purchase offer.
Yes.
Because I saw something that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So anyway, we need to design and print the flyers. Next one is create a website for virtual tour. Okay, I suggest that everybody use virtual tour. Virtual tour, we have some vendor. We already paid right now. Virtual tour. Virtual tour basically just use the photo. It's not a video. Does anybody know the virtual tour actually looks like a video? Looks like somebody go inside the room, right? Actually, they just adjust the photo. We only need to provide a photo, and then they look like zoom in, give you a feeling you work in. Actually, it's not a video. They use the photo to have
like
the video.
3D, something like that.
It's just a photo. They just one photo. They do some.
But how much they charge for that?
Virtual tour right now we already paid for monthly. If not many, we still can use companies. Yes, virtual tour. Okay, website. If you want to create a website. Website is optional. You can just put a virtual tour link into MS listing, so those potential buyer can just click. If some high-end property, if you create a website, looks better, right? So just use the property's address as the website's domain name. Website very cheap. Right now, I use GoDaddy to register website 1 year, like $12. But some people think, wow, it's very high end. Every property has a domain name. It's only $12. Okay, if you want to pay that, it's very easy. Okay.
But for each property, or what? For that listing property only.
Yeah. For example, my property, that one, like 759erecircle.com.
So I pay $12 and then put on the website.
Yeah, put that website name into MS listing, so user can those potential buyer after they click, they can see the virtual tour.
But after we sell that house and we
after 1 year
for $12,
you can just cancel, or after 1 year expired automatically.
But only $12 per year.
Yeah.
we can do another house, right? How many houses you can do that?
No, if you change the name, it's another registration. You
And
need to
then
pay
$12
separately. Yeah, another $12. Yeah. Okay. So website is not expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. About the advertisement, the newspaper, internet. Actually, newspaper right now we don't have. Is very expensive. I don't suggest to put the newspaper. Only internet, MS listing. Okay. Put into MS listing. When to put MS listing is need to pay attention to which day to put into MS listing, because buyer will look at the day on market date. You should not just you get the listing immediately put the MS listing. That's wrong. We need to be very careful, get everything ready, and then decide which day to put on MS listing. Because if you are not ready, you already put on MS listing, right? And then after maybe 2 weeks, and then you're ready. People say, "Oh, this property already on market 2 weeks." They think something wrong.
Oh, I see.
We need to get everything ready, and then decide the day to put on MS listing. Yeah. Okay. So we need to consider this either Monday or Tuesday. The reason is every city has a broker tour time. It's different. Some cities like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, so we need to pay attention to which city is this listing.
But how can you know?
You can go to MS listing. You just search any other people home. Even you in MS listing, you put like you specify broker tour time. They will automatically only that day give the city. Okay, the broker. So do you know broker tour?
They send me the email about that.
Okay.
I charge something and then I go to the office and they tour me around the Leroy or something.
They
That one, right?
maybe that's different. The broker tour is like before open house. The listing agent also hold like open house for agent. For example, I think Palo Alto is Friday. Santa Clara here is Wednesday. So if we specify broker tour in the MS listing, so all the agent can see. Somebody search broker tour.
Oh, I see.
Broker tour is like let the agent to preview the property, so they can introduce it to their client.
Do you have to pay for that?
No.
Free, including MLS member.
Yeah, broker tour is just a feature, whether just like open house.
Yeah.
You can specify which day you want to open house. That you
This
don't need
one
to pay
broker
that.
only. So he will take all the agent to see the house.
Agent can take a look. Some agent they want to go to broker tour. They will search what kind of any broker tour there. Okay, so for broker tour, maybe we can prepare some food, let the broker happy, let the agent happy.
Okay.
Prepare some food, some drink. So the agent can come to take a look.
But it's different with open house, right?
Yeah, broker tour normally always a weekday. Just now I mentioned different city. Palo Alto is a Friday. Here Santa Clara is a Wednesday. Okay. So, and then we can hold open house on Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Yeah. Last time actually we met a agent, not a seller. He complained about the previous agent only open house twice, 2 weekends, and don't want to do anymore. I think all agents should know, open house is a very good opportunity to get a buyer, to get the client, potential client. If you don't have enough time, you can let us know. We can get somebody help, so your seller satisfied. If the property cannot sell, continue make a open house.
But you suggest once every week?
Normally, how many? Okay, Cassie asked a very good question. How many open house we should hold for seller? For this market, normally we suggest 1 weekend or 2 weekend. That's all.
Every 2 weeks?
No, just 1 weekend, and then after the open house, just sell the property.
Oh, I see.
Okay, just one.
Once
or 2 weekend.
Okay.
Maximum 2 weekend.
Yeah.
Don't hold too many weeks. Too many weeks, the previous, the first people, they already die out. Yeah. They lose interest. Mm-hmm. Okay, so open house 1 or 2 weekend. Yeah. If the property difficult to sell, you can continue to to do the. Sometimes you can think about to cancel the listing and then put it back on market if the property very difficult to sell. Because if the property on market like 3 months, people don't want to take a look at anymore because they think this property must have a problem. So you can cancel and then put it back. So, activate again. Interest. Many people just look at the property like within 1 month, 1 week, they'll come out. Okay, and then take offer on Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, all okay, depend on discuss with the seller. Okay.
你是把这个 Redfin 跟这个 Zillow 归为这个 Advertisement 里边是吗
？Internet. Okay. Trinson asked about the Redfin and Zillow. Okay, let me talk about this.
Yes.
When we put into MS listing, okay, there is a small place we need to do an export. After we click that button, basically we agree to public this information to all the internet. MS listing have this feature. So the Redfin basically after 15 minutes, it will get the information. It will automatically go to Redfin. But sometimes I get a phone call from Redfin, but maybe not necessary. Okay, they ask whether you allow us to put on Redfin. From my experience, most time it just automatically go to Redfin. Zillow also get the information, but the Zillow is not a very good place to get active listing because the Zillow's respond very slow. A lot of clients found the property in Zillow. Actually, it's like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it's listing still in Zillow. So you should let your client know, don't look for active property in Zillow. Zillow, waste of time.
But Redfin is okay.
Redfin is very fast. Yeah.
Compared with MLS, right?
Oh, Redfin is also very good, but Redfin get the data from MS listing. We only need to list in MS, and then Redfin automatically get from MS.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it means as the listing agent is not necessary to directly contact to the Redfin and the Zillow. Right?
Say it again.
就说作为 listing agent 没有必要直接去跟这个 Redfin 跟这个 Zillow 去联系。
Okay, Chun Guang asked whether listing agent need to work with Redfin. No, we don't need to work with Redfin.
And then
it will automatic.
How can they know your listing?
Redfin check the database in MS listing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they check the database in MS, they automatically go to Redfin.
Zillow 也是一样，不需要去
Zillow also same thing.
不需要去联系。
Yeah, sometimes Zillow has wrong information. The seller will be very upset. So they ask us to update the information. You need to contact the Zillow. Like 3 bedroom, 2 bedroom, sometimes Zillow is wrong. Yeah. Zillow is like used for us to collect the information. It's not for active listing. It's not very good. Yeah. You should ask your client, don't look at the Zillow for active. Okay. I have for this slide, the other side is basically a lot of overlap. It's like I can just go through very fast or listing to service to the seller. Basically, you need to present this before you get the listing, right? I just go through, okay, mostly already in the sequence, complementary market analysis, market plan. Basically, this is just CMA. You need to give them the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, cost-effective remodel, you give them the remodeling. We need to get some training for this. So this is very useful because especially some old property, new property doesn't need this. Some old single family maybe need upgrade and remodel. The bottom line is we should not just try to get the property as good as possible. We should think about if we spend like $5,000, we should get $5,000 more. The purpose is to sell the property, not to make the property beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to think about if we suggest remodel and upgrade, we need to get the money back.
Yeah. But seller pay for that.
Of course, that's a lot of money. That can be very expensive. Yeah. A complimentary professional cleaning service. This usually I provide. Up to you. Okay, you can ask them to pay. Okay, and the professional photography. This normally are also paid. You can. This is all negotiable. Okay. virtual tour. Individual website, this is a very small amount of money, not a big deal. Landscaping and yard cleanup service. This all depends on how expensive the property. If the property is expensive, we get more commission we can provide, even staging. Yeah, if the property is very expensive, like 1.5 million, and they give us like a 1.5%, you can get maybe $20,000 commission. You can give them free, right?
Okay.
This is not a big deal. But if the property is small, you should ask them to pay. Free touch up, free. This just get from other agent. Moving box. I never provide till now.
Yeah.
Open house on local list in full color printing. This some advertisement nature. Okay, I think that's all for listing sequence. Any question?
I need to know how can you do CMA compare market? Where can you do that?
Okay.
Where
Information from? Cassie asked how to do CMA. This is another topic. CMA, normally we can have two kind of CMA. One is for buyer, the other one for seller. For seller, normally before we get the listing, we need to prepare the CMA. In MS listing, this my CMA. That's a very long format, very beautiful CMA. Okay.
Who can do that?
We will train it for you. Agent should do that. We will have a training for that. For buyer, don't need that very long CMA. You just use MS listing to check like 3 months transaction. That is simple CMA. Okay, that's a quick CMA also MS listing. Okay, any other question? I stop recording.